Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Viswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today in this video lecture we'll discuss about chapter 4, that is sorting of materials into groups. In the previous lectures we had discussed a whole lot of things about this chapter. First of all, we had discussed the various type of objects or things present in our surroundings. Then we discussed how classification is important for us and how it will helpful for us. Then we discussed about the properties depending upon which we decide which material is used for make what type of object. So under this topic today we will discuss about the topic of soluble and insoluble substances, or the property of a substance or material by which it is soluble in water or it is insoluble in water. So first of all we will study about activity 4, that is we collect some substances like sugar, salt, chalk, powder and sawdust, and then we take water in different glasses, or as many as substances we collect, that many glasses we have to take, and then start mixing these materials with water in that particular glasses. So after doing this we are able to understand that there are some substances which will be mixed in the water properly and disappear, but there are some substances which do not mix with water or they will not disappear in water. So the substances which are properly disappeared in the water is called soluble in water, and the substances which are not properly disappeared in the water is called insoluble substances. Now there are one more activity, that is activity 5. In this activity we will take some liquids and try to mix them with water like vinegar, lemon juice, alcohol and as much as liquid possible for us to collect from our in our surrounding or in our house, like kerosene oil, petrol, etc. etc. Several type of liquids are there, and then we try to mix the liquid with water. We are able to see that there are some liquids which are properly mixed with water and disappeared, but there are some liquids which do not mix with water. So there are two type of liquids, one which is mixed with water and the other which is not mixed with water. The liquids which are properly mixed with water is called miscible liquids, and the liquids which will not mix with water is called immiscible liquids. So water is very important because in our body also water is present, almost 70% of water is there, and this water is helpful in various type of chemical processes which occur in our body, as it acts as a medium or it acts as a solvent to dissolve these things in our body. So these two activities tells us that there are some objects, there are some substances which are soluble in water and some which are not soluble in water. There are some liquids which are soluble in water and there are some liquids which are not soluble in water. If we talk about gases, or if we take the example of gases, there are some gases which are mixed with water or able to mix with water, and there are some gases which will not, like oxygen and carbon dioxide. It dissolve in water, and this will help the aquatic animals to absorb oxygen and to release carbon dioxide in the water. So this is how we can divide substances into soluble and insoluble, miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Now there are some objects which float on water and there are some objects which sink in water. So the objects which have high density than water, they sink in water, and the substances which don't have, where their density is less than water, they float on the water. So what is density? Density is the density of a substance is the mass per unit volume, means the amount of matter present in that substances in a unit volume. It's called the density. And solubility of a substance is when you mix that substance in a solvent, in a saturated solution. So the amount of solute mixed with the solvent at a particular temperature is called the solubility of that substance. So this is all about the property of solubility, or the property by which this liquid is soluble in water and insoluble in water. So there are two important things, that is density and solubility. Again I am repeating, that is density of a substance is the mass per unit volume, and solubility of a substance is when you mix the amount of solute, when we mixed in a saturated solution at a fixed temperature is called the solubility of that substance. I hope you all are able to understand this topic. If any problem, ask me. I will help you, class. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you, class.